faithfully delivering value and interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally's Book Talk. Today, we're diving into the book 50 Secrets Your Company Will Never Tell You. In the workplace, people often face many tough questions. For example, some folks work super hard but get unexpectedly fired by the company. Others are about to get promoted but have a sudden twist and miss out on their dream position. And worse still, some get promoted and then crash hard from a high spot in less than 6 months. Those caught in it often feel these workplace disasters hit out of nowhere. And weirdly, why do such baffling things happen? What secrets lie behind this that regular employees don't know? The workplace is a game of fame and fortune, facing all sorts of interests and tricky relationships. Just relying on smarts and skills isn't enough to navigate it smoothly. In the company employee dynamic, employees are the underdogs. There's often info imbalance, and in tough times, employees can even become sacrifices to protect corporate interests. So, as a company employee, to safeguard your job, it's crucial to learn the rules and secrets companies won't spell out, not just do your job well. The author, Cynthia Shapiro, is a U.S. HR expert with over 20 years of hands-on experience in HR, labor relations, and hiring. She's worked with everyone from small U.S. businesses to Fortune 100 giants, employers and employees alike. This book distills Cynthia's years of real-world know-how. She unpacks hidden rules and taboo topics only top executives and HR pros know, helping workers protect themselves and take charge at work. Next, I'll break it down into 3 parts to explain the book in detail. First, spotting workplace secret killers to ditch that rookie label. Second, understanding workplace unwritten rules, boosting your professionalism and building self-reliant job security. Third, approaching internal promotions rationally, developing a service mindset to become a standout leader. All right, let's start with the first key point. Identifying workplace secret killers to shed that rookie identity. Most new hires are pretty naive, often acting on instinct without realizing their words and actions could put them at risk or even become secret killers that wreck their careers. There are 3 most typical workplace secret killers. The first is disclosing personal information within the company. This not only makes supervisors uneasy, but can also influence decisions during critical moments, ultimately affecting career growth. For example, Judy and Beth were competing for the same promotion. Originally, his skills better matched the new role's requirements, making him the likely candidate, but the result left him bitterly disappointed. Turns out months earlier, Judy had casually mentioned to HR that he was dealing with a tough family matter affecting his sleep and work efficiency. Though initially, HR colleagues showed understanding and sympathy, even kindly allowing flexible hours. But when HR voted on candidates, Judy's personal issue became the deciding factor. Ultimately, Judy didn't get promoted. So why did this happen? Because when employees share info with company departments, that information becomes company property. HR's primary duty is protecting corporate interests and being accountable to the company. Might sound harsh, but that's reality. Employees spend most of their day at work, so some fail to separate personal and professional matters properly. Bringing personal trivialities to work and openly discussing private life there is like becoming an open book, seemingly harmless but potentially dangerous, because anything you disclose might be fully absorbed by the company. They'll analyze and judge what kind of employee you are, ultimately reflecting this in future decisions. But this doesn't mean you should be paranoid or tight-lipped about everything at work. Some positive information can boost your professional image and is certainly share-worthy. Like delivering an important industry speech or earning an MBA degree. The second terrifying secret in the workplace. Killer is gossip. While many enjoy gossip, boundary-less gossip is a career killer, eroding trust and potentially offending others. For instance, While eating, you coincidentally saw your boss on a date with a woman, but that woman wasn't his wife. So you went back and gossiped extensively with colleagues. Guess what I just saw? Our boss was dating some woman. Have any of you seen that? While this satisfies everyone's curiosity, spreading rumors makes colleagues think you can't keep secrets. Who'd dare share anything with you in the future? Or worse yet, if your boss learns you're spreading negative rumors about him, who knows how he might make things difficult for you? Spreading gossip creates invisible career barriers. Workplace professionals must learn to protect themselves. Not only avoid gossiping yourself, but also steer clear of those who spread rumors. When rumors reach you, stop them right there. Additionally, important workplace relationships can also become career damaging secret killers. These mainly include relationships with your boss, colleagues, and company decision makers. Why can these relationships become secret killers? First, your boss. As a rookie, your direct supervisor impacts your career most. Your work progress and promotions all depend on their support. So it's crucial to value your relationship with your boss. The most important aspect is respecting them. For example, when disagreeing with your boss on work, even if you think their ability is inferior and their solution isn't best, but since they're your boss, show due respect and never confront them openly. Because confrontation creates negativity. Communicate suggestions respectfully while valuing their input. Secondly, workplace friendships can sometimes become threats. As the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. People often assume you're like those you associate with. Though subjective, this has become accepted truth for many people and companies. This means if higher ups see you with employees they view negatively, you'll be seen as one of them. During layoffs, they'll be first to go, and you'll likely be affected too. So, of course, they'll never tell you why you're fired, just give you some lofty excuse, like the company's funding is drying up, or the department needs restructuring, and so on. Finally, your relationship with company management can also affect your job security in certain situations. Company management is the power center where faction conflicts usually exist. Many feel they're just low level employees, disconnected from management, and hope to stay out of trouble. But honestly, that's not smart. Staying away from power centers means being stuck on the career sidelines with little chance of advancement. Plus, when problems arise, employees without faction protection easily become casualties of power struggles. So, the smart move is to carefully choose a faction you align with, openly support it, and gain resources for future growth. All right, let's summarize part one. Nothing is guaranteed in the workplace. To go from rookie to pro, you must shed that naivety and understand workplace secret killers, like spreading gossip, sharing personal info at work, or neglecting key relationships. These are common rookie mistakes that can trap you or even endanger your career. So newbies should be extra vigilant about these pitfalls to avoid becoming secret killers themselves. Now, on to the second key point, understanding unwritten rules to boost professionalism, achieving self sufficient job security. Once you've learned to navigate workplace dangers, it's time to build real job security. This security lets us climb career peaks with confidence and style. To get it, you need to grasp unwritten rules to protect your interests, while also homing professional skills to become indispensable. First, common unwritten rules. These are sensitive topics that aren't openly discussed, but affect people's interests. I'll focus on four key ones. First, proactively ask for raises and come prepared. Newbies often fear rejection and hesitate to ask bosses for salary increases. So, how do you ask for a raise without getting rejected? The author recommends three key preparations. First, timing it right, ideally when business is thriving, finances are solid, or after major contributions. Second, make your achievements visible to your boss. Demonstrate your value by highlighting concrete results with facts and data. Third, research market rates for your position to set a realistic raise benchmark. The second unwritten rule, Immediately protect yourself when a new boss arrives. Frequent workplace changes happen. Resisting due to discomfort only harms your career. Thus, adapt to the new boss's style, support them, and collaborate effectively, regardless of past rapport. Force yourself to adapt quickly and build new relationships. When communicating with new bosses, avoid negative opinions, stick strictly to facts. The third unwritten rule: learn to inspire your employer's trust. While every professional wants trust, earning it requires loyalty and prioritizing company interests. Crucially, adopt an ownership mindset. Internally solve company problems as your own, externally protect its image in all actions. The fourth unwritten rule concerns maternity leave situations. Many assume maternity or sick leave are unquestionable legal rights. Legally true, but reality often diverges from ideals. For example, while employers legally can't fire someone on maternity leave, many returning mothers face demotion to marginal roles afterward. So, the author suggests that even during maternity leave, you can appropriately stay in touch with your boss and colleagues, helping solve problems within your capacity. Never vanish completely as soon as you start maternity leave. This applies not only to female employees on maternity leave, but to anyone taking a long vacation. Knowing these unwritten workplace rules is only half the battle for job security. To become indispensable, you also need strong professional qualities. First point: think clearly at work and be reliable. There's a type of person in the workplace who easily gains their boss's trust and reliance, carrying more weight in their boss's eyes. This kind of person stays calm under pressure, thinks clearly, and considers everything thoroughly. Uh, the author believes that to become such a person, you need to train yourself in professional and efficient work habits. For example, organize your daily schedule, plan workflows, and handle every task diligently to make your boss feel assured. For instance, when your boss suddenly asks if you've called a certain client, you calmly open your schedule. Then tell your boss you already sent detailed info on the 15th at noon, scheduled a call for the 17th, and will confirm by phone later. Or you appear unprepared, frantically searching for the note with their number, finally find it, but completely forget where you left off in the conversation. Which of these two vastly different approaches would you, as a boss, appreciate more? Undoubtedly, it's the first type of employee. So always think ahead, be reliable, and make others feel secure. Then your boss will naturally see you as someone who can handle big responsibilities, good professional qualities. Second point: have a broad vision and flexibly adjust your work style. For long-term career growth, just sticking to your own tasks isn't enough. You need a big picture perspective. For example, pay attention to your department's situation and the company's operational strategies and direction. In the book, there's an example. The company decides to hand over Department A's main business to Department B, undoubtedly weakening Sam's department's authority. Sam didn't just sit back, he used his lunch breaks and after work hours to help Department B with minor tasks, learning new skills, and Department B's staff were happy to have the help. Later, when the company announced that Sam's department would soon dissolve, forcing employees to leave, Sam became the only one who kept his job amid this unexpected change. The lower your position, the more you need to look ahead and constantly monitor the company's changes and developments. Adjust your work methods based on the situation, because when change comes, junior employees are often hit hardest. Good professional qualities. The third point is to always remember your role and exercise discretion. Employees represent the company's image and interests in any setting. Therefore, almost all companies want their employees to possess excellent professional qualities and demeanor. For example, examine your words and actions. Do they align with the company's image and professional standards? Are you behaving in ways that don't fit your role or image? Even in non-work settings like industry gatherings or events, you can't act impulsively or lose composure. Some folks might share their innermost thoughts and secrets with bosses or partners just because they've had coffee or, shopped together privately. Little do they know, this reckless behavior could make others see you as immature and unprofessional and make your boss think you lack basic professional sense and discretion, making it hard to trust you in the future. This is essentially career suicide. Finally, personal attire and work habits also reflect professional qualities. Judging by appearances is a human flaw. Companies also evaluate employees based on looks and clothing. An employee with a messy appearance and cluttered desk tends to give a bad impression of carelessness and disorganized thinking. Whereas an employee who dresses neatly and has a clear, standardized workflow will leave a more trustworthy impression. All right, that concludes the second key point. To have solid job security in the workplace, you first need to know the unwritten rules well to protect your interests and also possess good professional qualities. Be an excellent employee your boss can trust and rely on. Next, we move to the third key point, rationally viewing internal promotions and fostering a service mindset. To become an outstanding leader, generally after smoothly navigating the workplace survival phase and becoming a reliable employee, promotion isn't far off. But how to approach promotion is an art. Not all promotions are good news, as they hide many secrets. The author advises that before accepting promotion, understand its realities, gather information, and avoid pitfalls. When considering promotions, watch for two minefields. First, newly created positions that mix opportunity with risk. While you can treat it as a training ground to implement ideas, lack of clear goals, experience, or knowledge may make progress difficult. Second, beware of scapegoat positions. Some roles have heavy workloads, high pressure, multiple constraints, and make you an easy sacrifice during crises, thankless and exhausting. Achieving results is hard, and even successes may not be credited to you. So view promotions rationally. Rushing in blindly isn't wise. Before accepting a new role, thoroughly understand its demands and objectively assess your capacity for pressure. See if it aligns with your goals and consult predecessors about job specifics if needed. If the role truly doesn't fit, declining can be a smart choice. First, turning down promotion shows thoughtful decision making, reflecting responsibility and dedication. Second, the company might offer you a different position instead. Of course, this assumes you're truly exceptional talent. If after careful consideration the opportunity seems rare, accept it confidently. But moving from staff to management is another challenge. Excelling requires mastering more secrets and skills. First, new managers must establish a service mindset, quickly adapt to their role. New brooms sweep clean. Lots of new managers, eager to prove themselves, can't wait to start calling the shots right away. Actually, this approach easily stirs up resentment and pushback from subordinates. Fundamentally, the company promoted you to lead these folks and create more value for the business than before, not to flaunt your power or status. Simply put, you're here to serve upwards, carrying out duties assigned by the higher-ups, and downwards, serving the coordination and management of frontline employees. So, since it's about service, you got to have that service mindset and attitude. But how exactly do you show it? The author suggests 3 tips. First, meet your new boss with a service attitude. It's workplace etiquette and helps you grasp job details better. After that, it's best to proactively report progress to your boss regularly, say monthly, to show respect and responsibility, leaving a good impression. Second, value relationships with teams and members you got to work with inside the company. After taking the role, visit relevant departments, ask if they need help from you or your team, and chat with leaders about work and collaboration. As a leader, Step out of your department and cliques. Learn to coordinate resources and support your team's work. After this groundwork, what new leaders need most is to build an efficient team. At this stage, first-time leaders often make two mistakes. One, struggling to handle relationships with subordinates. Before promotion, everyone was peers, but now you're leading the group. It's a subtle and complex feeling. On one hand, close colleagues might pull away, some new leaders feel off and try to get chummy or even suck up to keep the old vibe. But that's a big no-no for managers, because leaders always earn respect through skills and management. Pleasing subordinates risks losing authority, respect, and causes future hassles, hurting team unity. An excellent manager should focus on unleashing their team's potential and helping them gain valuable skills. The second common mistake is diving headfirst into work immediately after taking charge, even micromanaging everything. Lacking delegation, awareness traps you in endless work, so what should you do? The author advises, recognize your managerial role by clarifying responsibilities in three areas. First, setting clear team goals. When assigning tasks, clearly communicate expectations and desired outcomes. The clearer your instructions, the better the results you'll get. Second, managing and coordinating your team's work while providing necessary support. Crucially, don't think or execute for them. Guide through goal setting to build independence and skills. Workplace growth is psychological leaning. Spoon feeding prevents real development. Guide them to hunt themselves to build an efficient team. Of course, offer support when challenges exceed their capabilities, like coordinating resources or manpower from other departments. In truth, bosses and subordinates mutually empower each other. Subordinates support superiors, superiors back subordinates. Third, earning your team's trust. Evaluations and rewards directly impact your team's interests. Handling these well is key to gaining their trust and support. Two critical notes. First, address mistakes promptly. Don't ambush during reviews, which is essentially entrapment. One such incident destroys trust completely. Second, communicate praise and recognition immediately. Let them feel valued daily, not just through year-end bonuses. Timely recognition boosts motivation, smooths operations, and deepens mutual trust. All right, we're almost done with the book's content. Now let's recap the three key points we covered today. In the early stages of your career, to protect yourself, you must understand the potential secret killers in the workplace. These secret killers could be dangers from your own negligence or legal loopholes companies exploit. After navigating the instability of the early career phase, to gain a firm footing, you need to show your boss your skills and professionalism, master essential job skills, present a mature image, gain trust, and after approval, you might get a promotion opportunity. However, before taking on the role, it's best to research and understand the job specifics. After promotion, quickly embrace the new role with a service mindset, connect with your new boss and collaborating departments, manage relationships with subordinates, guide them to solve problems, and build an efficient team. All right, that's 50 secrets your company will never tell you. That concludes our interpretation of this book. Listening notes are below the audio. See you tomorrow.